Hey YouTubers, thank you so much for checking out our channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Trish. This channel is dedicated to help you grow as a dancer. We create lots of videos that are focused more on the common problem areas in dance, such as musicality, connection, and leading and following, and more. And for today's video, we're gonna be going over 3 tips to help improve your balance in waltz. All right, so let's get to it. The first tip that I want to go over is making sure that we're moving from the proper part of our foot every step that we take. So what would that be? That looks like right in between your big toe and your second toe. So if this was my foot, we're going to pretend that our weight is right here. I'll show you on my shoes. So if we're here, it's going to be right there in between the big toe and second toe. A lot of times when we're stepping, I see people pushing maybe from their pinky toe like so, or they're too far on the inside edge. So every step that you take, we're gonna do a box step. I'm talking about the foot you're leaving. So the foot you're leaving, you're gonna be pushing right from that sweet spot as you take this step. Being careful not to roll to one side or the other. So for example, you would not want to have turnout in your feet as you're doing waltz. That causes you to go to the inside edge of your foot too much. You see what I mean? But I want you to have your feet parallel in line with your hips. As you lower, you're gonna press through that sweet spot as you go through your mid stride. See there, I lost my balance because I went to the inside edge. So you wanna make sure that you're going right on that sweet spot as you go through your mid stride in waltz. From here, as we take our side step, again, I'm on that sweet spot as I bring myself over to my side. And then again, still on that sweet spot here, and then lowering. As we go back, you're gonna be pushing and releasing your toes. So it's a little bit different going backwards, but the foot that you're moving onto, you want to go onto that part of your moving leg. So tip number 1 is making sure that you're leaving from that sweet spot on the foot from your sending leg, okay? And then our second tip for you today is going to be on a leg to stand on. What I mean by that is I want you to practice this drill just to improve your balance. Take a driving step forward and then check your weight. And driving step forward, check your weight. And do this multiple times. You can go up and down the floor, taking a forward step, feet are parallel, focusing on that sweet spot. Once you're on your foot, lift it up and balance. And then same thing again. Making sure that as we lower, we're making sure our spine is long. We're extending our leg forward or back, whichever way you're going. And then from here, you move your spine as one unit onto your next foot. Your spine transfers onto that foot, and then you can lift your leg just to check your balance. We do that backwards as well. We lower and extend our leg back. We check our balance by transferring our spine from one foot to the next. And once you're on it, pick your foot up and check it. Then we repeat, same thing, other foot. All the way down the floor, checking our balance. Now, we can also do this sideways. We lower and go side, check the balance. Side, check your balance. Okay? That was tip number 2. My last tip for you in waltz is to not rise too high onto your toes. I want you to imagine that when you're rising on your toes, you could fit a little grape underneath your heel, okay? So when we're rising up, a lot of the rise is caused by our legs dancing forward, and that releases our heels from the ground. And then from here, we go up just a little bit onto our toes, but not so far that we're on our tippy toes, and it's pushing us forward and off balance, okay? When we're dancing our waltz box step again, I'll dance that towards you. I'll go backwards with my right foot. If you're a leader, you can go forwards with your left. If you're a follower, backwards with your right. We're gonna go back, and on our side step, we start to go into our continual rise up onto the toes, but not too high. Again, making sure that your core is engaged, your spine is long, your head is back. From here, we lower through the knees first, then the heels touch, and then we can extend into our next step, rising up, 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 not too high, and then lowering. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Checking your balance. All right, let's go over our 3 tips again, just to recap. Our first one is to make sure that we're moving from the proper spot on our sending foot, and that is in between your big toe and your second toe. Making sure that every step you take, your foot is not rolling, your ankle is not sickling or turned out. The second tip is making sure that while maintaining a nice long spine, it's transferring clearly from one foot to the next. First, you extend your leg, then your weight transfers, and then as an exercise, we check our balance. We do that forward, backwards, and sideways. And our last tip that we went over today is to not go too high onto the toes, but to imagine that you have a little grape underneath your heel, your knees are soft, and legs are dancing forward. And we have consistent rise and fall, but not too high. And that is a recap for today, and that's a wrap for our video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you have any comments or suggestions, please let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.